Meet the Olsons, Ross, Ellen, and Emma. Ross is a fourth-generation union member, so he knows the values of having a union contract. But when his baby girl was born nearly 20 weeks early, he quickly learned that document was so much more than just words on a page.
The support I had from my brand new coworkers, was unbelievable. It almost brings a tear to my eye just thinking of how much they've done for me and supporting me and helping me through everything. And it's just, like I said, it was a blessing.
Ross and Ellen have a pretty unique story.
I met my wife through one of my mother's friends that is actually my wife's sister. They both worked together in a school, and I was single at the time, and my wife was single at the time, and she was actually studying abroad in the Dominican Republic.
We did the pen pal thing and just kind of hit it off through there. We had long conversations. It was endless. I mean, sometimes we were up late at night and we were just doing the chat thing, and it was really awesome.
During summer break, Ellen visited her sister in Minnesota. She and Ross met in person for the very first time and immediately hit it off. They continued their long-distance relationship for about a year until finally...
The following summer, she ended up moving, and we ended up getting a place together and went back to the Dominican to get married, and it's been just a blast.
5 months later, life got a little more perfect for Ross and Ellen. They found out they were having a baby.
It was a wonderful pregnancy. I really cherished every day. Things were going so well. Doctors were really happy with the results and just saying how healthy of a baby we had.
And then in April, things kind of got a little scary. My wife was a teacher for a Catholic school nearby, and she was on lunch duty and took a spill.
And I was rushed to the hospital, and at that point, I was terrified of what could happen to the baby because it was so early on. I was only 19 weeks pregnant.
At nearly 5 months, Ellen had suffered a round ligament tear to her uterus, which required her to be on bed rest immediately. She was transferred to the mother-baby unit at Children's Hospital that very day.
At that time, when I got into the mother-baby, they had a little meeting with us and said, the chances of survival are 10%. At 21 weeks, the brain is not developed. There are major organs that aren't fully developed.
After 3 weeks of bed rest and fighting for her baby's life, Ellen's body started to show signs of distress.
There was a decision, it was a life-threatening decision. It's time, we need to get her out.
Emma Rose.
Baby Emma was born on May 1st at only 22 weeks.
Oh, she was just teeny tiny. She was 1 pound, 15 and a half ounces, 13 inches long. When I got the chance to see her in an incubator, it was devastating. At that point, she was hooked up to a ventilator. She had oxygen. She had medications flowing through her little veins. They had the nib going through her nose. She had heart complications, blood cells that were irregular. She had 5 blood transfusions. She had respiratory problems, severe chronic lung disease, and she even lost her hearing. She was deaf for 3 months.
It was heartbreaking, We were terrified we were going to lose her, and it was just, we didn't know what was going to happen. It's just all these unknowns.
But little Emma was stronger than anyone knew, and after 92 days in the NICU, Emma went home. She still needed 24/7 monitors and oxygen and was assigned in-home care from nurses and therapists. 3 times a day, her little body needed steroids and a nebulizer. With all that, it wasn't before long the medical bills started rolling in.
We found out that insurance was billing $20,000 a day for the NICU time. So 3 months of $20,000 a day. And that's just for the facility and the doctor. That's not, all the medicines and all the other specialists and this and that, and they bill for everything.
But Ross had a machinist contract, and that made all the difference.
I mean, when I first started seeing the stuff getting billed to insurance, I'm like, oh, I'm so in trouble, But then I started seeing the actual insurance bills and what they're covering and how little I have to pay out of everything. It was a lifesaver, It kept us afloat.
Without the benefits from his union insurance, the future would look very different for Ross and his family.
Having this insurance has been incredible because I wouldn't have this house, I wouldn't have my vehicles if I didn't, I'd be so far in debt. You just can't foresee something like that, and you can't, even one of the most prepared people, I couldn't imagine having that much money set aside to cover, a $1 million baby.
In Ross's case, the benefits of being union extend beyond his written collective bargaining agreement. When Emma was first born, he worked for Inver Grove Ford as a mechanic. Just 30 days later, he took a full-time position at IAM District Lodge 77 as a financial officer. While he took care of his family, his union family took care of him.
It was such a blessing being able to come to the district right at that time and have all the flexibility that I had, because it was tough.
A union contract is the American dream. Emma is already a fighting machinist. She battled the odds and miraculously beat them all. That's right, at 18 months old, she is a happy, healthy little toddler.
She's doing very well. I mean, you'd never know that she was born so early and went through so much and poked and prodded. She's babbling like crazy, learning words, copying mama and papa all the time.
She is going to rock this world. She is ready. I mean, she wanted to come early, right?
For the Machinist News Network, I'm Valana Cochran.
Say bye-bye.
Bye bye bye.